before I dive in the exact scripts that my setters are using to, scale the businesses to over 100K a month, I just want to tell a quick story about what the hell just happened. Like, I literally received a notification that my Wolf of Croatia account was suspended again. So I got afraid for a sec, I can't lie, because it would have been the 7th time of my account getting banned. 7th. And I was like, oh damn, I can't be bothered to start all over again. But it's fine. So, I'm feeling super good, feeling super cool, and I'm just ready to share some sauce. So, if you're an online coach, an agency owner, a consultant, I just want to show exactly what my setters use to just scale the fuck out of the businesses. Because yes, scripts are amazing. Scripts are there, always should be. But I don't like to even call them scripts. I like to call them frameworks, because you can't use the exact same script with each and every single one of the prospects. Down there in the bio, I'm gonna shoot you my exact script, like the framework, and you can just optimize it. I mean, I'll do it absolutely for free, no charge whatsoever, I don't mind. And whether you have your setters already or not, you can just either hire them. I can also send you some setters for free. Just let me know again. I don't mind as well, because I have over 130 of them, and I just don't mind giving you setters for free, because it's in my best interest to help you. I don't have any geeky gay 15K coaching program to sell. No strings attached. Just let me know, and you can combine the setters with the script, or if you even have killer setters already, just share the script with them, share the framework, and then you two together make it work, optimize it based on exactly what I'm going to tell you in this video. Because when it comes to scaling, let's say how I scaled multiple businesses. Let's say a guy that I worked with since, and I still work with him since January. That's when we started. He was at like 7K a month. Now he's doing over $170,000 a month. I just yesterday checked his Go High level. So yeah, we're aiming to do 200K a month by the end of this year. We have November and December, so let's say 2 more months, and I absolutely feel we can get it this month, because there's like almost 2 more weeks left. And how did we even get to that position? Simply by utilizing, and not even utilizing, but just having the idea in our minds that it's not about the offer, it's not about some shitty funnel, it's not about having more clients, maybe. No, you can just raise prices if you see that the demand is there. These monk modes, arcs, that's none of that. It's genuinely all about the systems. It's all about the leverage. It's not about how hard you work. It's not about how much more time you put in. It's generally just about doing smarter activities and about prioritizing high leverage activities that directly bring cash, And the first step that we did was obviously hiring a setter, and then had him utilize the script that I'm about to share. Because when you're dealing with high quality people, we're talking about professionals. We're talking about people that are supposed to pay 4 or 5K. They just understand the game. They just understand how the world works. It's not some shitty prospect that you can just sell for like 1.5K or so. No, it's someone who is ready, capable, and willing, and at the end of the day, supposed to pay you. So you need to cut the BS. For example, when it comes to the first stage, of your DMs process in Instagram, or even when you're dialing, it's all about connecting with them, because you need to build your first impression. You need to kind of, I'd say, cut through the noise. Let me put it this way. If I try to pitch you right now, like pause this video and imagine I'm pitching you, and I came up with some shitty opener, some shitty message that you're gonna send as a second or third message in that entire DMs process, how would you react? You would probably be like, oh damn, I see where's this going, and I'm just planning to dip. I'm just dipping, I'm not dealing with this. And that's exactly how your prospects think when you come up with some bullshit opener or some bullshit question. Like, for example, you connect with them, yeah, thanks for connecting, it's an absolute pleasure, I love the grind, and by the way, yeah, what's your goal? Do you get me? It doesn't work that way. It's not cutting through the noise, because trust me, the difference, based on what Alex Hormozi says, and we all know that he is the GOAT, the difference between a person making 10K a month, 20K a month, 50K a month, and 100K a month is not in some fancy shiny things. It's genuinely just all about the basics. The difference between, a 5-figure and 6-figure entrepreneur is simply that the 6-figure entrepreneur is a master at basics. He is an expert. He is not spreading himself too thin. He is doubling down on one thing and one thing only, which is, in this example, just mastering an entire DMs process, making your prospects comfortable in your environment from the very first encounter that you guys exchange, from the very first interaction. You just need to let them know that you're just a chill guy who, can help them. Because at the end of the day, there's always a reason why someone engages with you. Whether that's dropping a follow, liking, commenting, whatever. There's always a reason. And for example, my 3 videos are currently going viral. One is on only 50k views, it's going up more and more. One is on 200k views, and the other one is on maybe 170. And I'm just a regular guy from a Croatian countryside, helping people make money with appointment setting. I paved the path for myself, and now other people can just follow it, And they see the vibe. They see me constantly talking about defending the homeland, not escaping, finding a way around the struggles and stuff, and they just resonate with me. Of course, there are multiple haters, because without haters I wouldn't be able to go viral. But this small portion of people drop me a follow, they comment, they engage in a positive way, of course, and then I just reach out to them, and they can see that I'm just a genuine guy who is able to help. And by doing so, I also build authority. That's what you need to do as well. Not only be just a nice man, because there is a fact that nice people, genuinely nice people, they don't go far in this life, because in this world, because they're just too nice. You can't be too nice. You need to be braggy a bit as well. You need to plant the seed, what I like to say. So that's exactly how my script works. Planting the seed, being for example, oh yeah bro, let's say I send a voice note. Yeah bro, thanks for the follow. I truly appreciate it. Most of these people are actually hating on me because I make 5k a month in a Croatian countryside. And I plant the seed by doing so, and they're like, oh damn. I'm not sure why they're hating on you, but let me know a bit more about how you make 5k a month from a Croatian countryside village with 5,000 people. That's how I plant the seed. And in your script, exactly what I said earlier, that you shouldn't be focused on script and only script, blindly following it like a robot, is because you just need to tailor it accordingly to your offer. And that's how you make people comfortable in your environment, first and foremost. And second, you want for them to see you as an authority, because if they don't see you as an authority, they will surely not be asking you for any help whatsoever throughout the combo, which obviously is not something that you want. You want for them to ask you, to be curious, trigger curiosity. That's another super important thing about my script, triggering curiosity, because if you manage to trigger their curiosity, they want to learn more, and then you are kind of creating the gap for yourself to just fill it in with a question such as, all right, tell me more, what even makes you interested in this stuff in the first place? And then they'll tell you, oh, it's because I want to, in my case, let's say, I want to escape my 9 to 5. I want to provide for my family. I want to, this boss of mine in McDonald's is pissing me off, and I just want to, quit and go away, live a nice lifestyle. And that's a pain. That's how you extract the pain. That's how you extract the goal. That's how you extract their current situation, which then you can leverage in your favor and ask a simple question such as, I see, tell me more, bro. Genuinely, as simple as that. You don't need to overly explain yourself. You don't need to overly acknowledge. You don't need to overly complicate them. Just be genuine. And if you came to someone face to face and asked them these silly questions, it would just make an entire convo uncomfortable. It wouldn't be pleasant. And that exact sort of an approach you need to implement in your DMs as well, because at the end of the day, it's a one-on-one combo that you're having. All the magic happens in the DMs, and that's where you need to be on point. At every single point in the combo, you just need to be up here, I'd say, just raising the levels of the game, constantly bringing your game to the next level, because that's how you move forward, and that's eventually how you scale. Because with you mastering these simple things, what I said earlier, you're not making any crazy changes, but you're just genuinely mastering your approach and becoming an expert in your field that people will even more and more see as an authority, which then gets you to the point where you can use it even more and more in your favor and be an authoritative figure even more. As simple as that. And guess what? Help even more people, book more calls for yourself, or have setters book more calls for yourself, because you obviously need to attract the eyeballs that they will then convert. You bring the attention that they convert into interested leads, and you just close, you collect cash, you deliver, and it's a never-ending loop. It's a never-ending loop. But once you get that pain point from people, to kind of go a step back, once you get that pain, you just need to dig deeper, ask few more questions to show that you truly and genuinely care, that you're not here just for the money. And then I'd say respect them, show them a respect in a way where you don't want to drag the convo for too long. Like I said, high quality prospects are aware, they know what you're trying to do, they understand that their time is not meant to be wasted, and you need to kind of respect them if you want your respect back. It's how is it called, like reciprocity, is it? I'm not even sure, but I feel it is. You get what you bring, or no, you get what you give is what I wanted to say, sorry. So essentially, respect their time and be like, all right, bro, I am truly, genuinely confident that I can share some free pointers with you, and would you be down to hop on a call? I can share all the ins and outs, and you know what, the worst case scenario, if you don't feel like doing this together, I can just lay out a plan for you and you can go out there and do it on your own. That's a booking proposal, a call proposal, I mean. That's the booking phase, booking process that you need to implement simply to make your entire proposal a no-brainer, or as much of a no-brainer as possible, because they want to see the benefit. You need to make your prospects see the benefit at every single point of the convo, because if they don't see the benefit in talking with you, guess what? You're just gonna be left unseen. And that's why I said earlier, trigger curiosity, let them open up, and by them opening up, you have more things to work with, more words from them being sent your way. I'd say juicier combos. You're gonna enjoy it more, you're gonna print more, and the momentum is being built. And that's exactly how my setters perform, because we want to be dealing with nice prospects, but it's not even about them being nice. We can't expect for everyone to be nice. We need to be those people who are gonna make them nice. Do you get me? We are going to make them nice by our genuine approach. Because if you don't build a good first impression, if you don't build that foundation that's supposed to be strong, how will you be able to build upon it? The stronger the foundation, the taller the building, And when it gets to the commitment part, they're just not gonna commit to the call, let alone make a transaction and pay these juicy prices, simply because they don't trust you. They know who you are, they don't like you, they don't trust you. And remember, you need to tick off all the 3 boxes in order for someone to actually pay. I mean, they can pay, but are they gonna be a good client or just a pain in the ass? Yeah, it depends on how warm and interested the person was before he made a transaction. But if you ask me, depending on what type of business you want to be running, you can collect cash. I wouldn't personally. I mean, I don't want to show myself as some guy who is constantly rejecting people. No, we all know that would just be a lie. But I truly did reject or turn down maybe 2 prospects in my life. They wanted to pay me. I mean, not pay me like, yo, bro, please let me pay. No, they wanted to invest in themselves through my coaching. And I was like, damn, bro, like, yeah, I feel that such a price point, such a cash that I could bring, that I could collect, wouldn't be worth the pain in the ass that they would be over like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 months, up to a year, whatever. I just feel it wouldn't be worth my time, and that's how I had to turn them down. But at that time, it was like earlier this year, I wasn't an expert in these things that I'm sharing with you today, these sort of frameworks. I wasn't an expert. I was just chasing cash, and I didn't have that true intention to help people, And essentially, all these things that I've experienced myself, I'm transferring onto my setters and onto the people that I'm coaching within my appointment setting program, where I help them make 5K a month, help them just transform their lives. But now they can follow it, and essentially later down the line they can print money for the businesses such as yours who, I guess, want to scale. Because trust me, it's not even about high volume, it's not about the fancy systems, shiny objects. No, it's just about taking care of each and every single one of the leads in your pipeline, by tracking them in the CRM, by nurturing them, by almost being their therapist. Like, truly, bro, just be their therapist. You know, they'll open up. You'll see, they'll open up. Even I know a guy who knows the game. I've invested thousands, like tens of thousands of dollars, euros, pounds, whatever, in my education, and every single one of these times I knew exactly what's coming. But I still opened myself up because I felt like, all right, this is the guy that I feel I can trust. Not only with my money, like who cares, 2-3K that you invest, you know, doesn't matter. But it's all about the business. Like I trust him with my business. It's almost like I'm giving him my business in his hands, you know. And that's exactly what you want as well. You want for the people to trust you that much, to give you something precious. In a way, let's say if you're a B2B coach, you just want for them to give you their business in your hands and trust you with it, that you'll take care of it and help them scale. If it's a B2C coaching, then you want for the people to give you their future, give you their kind of a destiny, let's say, give you their future, and you'll take care of it, and you'll have a proper approach and help them elevate to whatever level they want to get. You know, so essentially it's all about this sort of a framework, this sort of an approach. And yeah, this single-handedly made me and my clients hundreds of thousands of dollars over the last, like, what, I'd say 4 months, maybe 3-4 months, I'm not sure. But yeah, it can truly print. And like I said, if you want some setters for absolutely free, no charge whatsoever, no strings attached, no secret costs, just let me know. I will be, hopefully I'll be on IG, because yeah, let me see, I hope I'm not suspended again, because yeah, it's fragile as fuck. But you know, you can just either comment or drop me a follow on IG and reach out, and I don't mind giving you setters, giving you the scripts, all the things that I've used over the last several months to just scale these businesses to the moon, just scale the fuck out of them. And of course, this entire 3 years long journey of mine is, you know, composed in that piece of resources. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you'd like. There are multiple other videos that you can watch about, you know, specifically cold outreaching, how to find setter for yourself if you feel you don't even need me. But yeah, subscribe for more free stuff like this, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep grinding.